What's
going on? Listen, today is Friday. I don't know about your day, but it's Friday. So I'm on a Friday. Can y'all believe that I'm actually on a Friday? This bitch let me come over for a Friday. Oh, and y'all know it's RuPaul Drag Race night. So I don't know what that's all about, girl, but I'm going to take the opportunity while I can. So y'all, I hope y'all doing good, petty monsters. Y'all got y'all libations? You have your libations? Your vases? Okay. Because I got mine because, bitch, I'm thirsty tonight. And we here to talk about what? The T.S. Madison Experience, episode 1. We want to share our thoughts. How we feel about it. So I hope y'all saw the show. I hope y'all looked at it. Because, girl, I looked at it and I was excited. I was fired up. Oh, yeah. I was fired up and wrapped up, girl, on my way to enjoying that what? Ride, girl. It was cute to me. But anyway, we've got friends here, honey. Yes, we do. We've got the none other than Miss Jasmine Divine. Oh, girl, you know I know a fake laugh any goddamn well. Girl, Smizing. Would you like to start off with and tell us how your day was today, girl? Because it's written all over your face.
It was actually not bad. I just got, I went onto my my YouTube and got a little irritated, but I'm good now. And I rewatched the T.S. Madison Experience, and girl, I'm ready for it. I'm fired up
and tangled up.
Yes,
and tangled up. It.
I just hope y'all can get into the real hair.
The puff is giving me life. It's giving me life.
It
looks moisturized. It don't look dry and ashy. It looks nourished.
Thank you.
I'm loving it.
I try.
I'm loving it.
I try to take a bite and I try to walk away and I stumble.
Did you stumble over a dick though?
I was trying to, but ooh.
Those are the best falls.
Oh.
We need to have an update.
Yes.
Offline.
Yes.
Okay. I'm eating.
Ooh.
Okay,
I was trying to get, in the words of Miss Mary, I was trying to get screwed.
Screwed!
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Mary.
So I can scream.
So you can scream after you get screwed. Chop the screw.
Yes.
Let's see who we got in here tonight. What's up, Serene?
Hey.
Hey, Livia.
Hey.
We thank all y'all for rolling through tonight because we about to get into it. Oh, and we got my niece. Because that's me and Savon's niece. I just allow her to be her authentic ratchet self whereas Savon tries to control shit. So she can be her authentic self here. Okay? So my niece is in. Silence.
Hey, daughter.
I'm on mute, girl. Forgot that I was on
mute. Daughter.
Hey, y'all.
Baby, you got a whole lot of facial hair and everything. It's like, damn, you grew up since the last time I saw you.
Yes, trying to be old man. You see that too?
That's a lot, girl.
Oh,
grown man.
Off again, girl. It's doing too much. It's getting on my nerves at this point.
Oh, well.
My
Are you ready to talk about the what?
Girl, that show last night was good, baby.
We about to get into it. So listen, y'all.
It was good.
What's up, Eugene and Sly? What's up, Shayla?
Hey, Sly.
Yes, God. We about to get into it. We have to. We simply just must.
Yes.
And
Are we going to talk about? Are we going to talk about our first initial, like what we were thinking when we watched about the show? Or
yes, this is an authentic response and reaction to what we felt watching the show, what we anticipated. This is the first episode, so we got a lot to see. But what are our thoughts around it? What's up, Qualin?
What's up,
Jasmine? You want to go first?
Well, hold on.
I thought you was letting it be my night. So why you come rolling through here? Girl.
Trying to get all in the mix. Go
Girl.
sit down,
Right.
Savon. Go sit down, Savon, and go on and watch Drag Race. Go on and watch
Go
Drag
sit
Race.
down.
What is you
We ain't
doing?
even trying to do it,
Let
girl.
me text her to go sit down somewhere. Girl.
Please.
Also, if y'all see me
Have a
crunching,
seat.
girl, I haven't eaten, girl. So
That's all
don't
right.
have to
I'm
do
eating
it.
too. We gonna be some eating folks tonight because we gonna talk about some things, girl.
Well, I rushed ahead and I went ahead and I ate because I didn't want to be sitting in y'all face with some wings.
Girl, you should have.
Well, girl, I have olive. Wait, y'all can't see shit, girl. But I have olive vodka, pasta.
Yes.
You ever had the red pot? You had the red sauce with pasta before?
Mm.
Yeah, and it had shrimp and scallops in it.
Don't they have the never ending pasta right now?
No, I ain't go to Olive Garden. This is from Carrabba's.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I got calamari. I know some of the girls don't like calamari. Girl.
I don't, but it's okay. It's not right, but it's okay for me.
It's good for me, girl.
You can have my dosage of it.
She said she
Oh, well.
is hungry and she gonna have it.
Right.
She gonna have it.
All of
Well,
it.
listen, if you guys did not get to see last night, the T.S. Madison Experience, the first episode, there's still time. There's still time. There's several ways that you can see it. You can see it through your local cable challenge by going through wetv, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got Storm. Yes, honey.
Come on, Aurora.
Uh-oh. And the
Aurora.
Holy Ghost said, what? Oh, Shondo. Oh, wait, are you still playing the prison inmate?
Oh.
Orange is the new black. Look, you trying to do two things at one time. They talking about they need you back on set.
Hey, Colin. But hey, niece few, girl. We ain't gonna be giving people name out there like that.
Yes, these few. So listen, if y'all did not watch it, y'all, there's still time. Hold on, let me make this bigger so folks can see exactly what it is. There is still time for you to watch the T.S. Madison Experience. Okay?
And you can use the app. You can use the app, and you ain't gotta pay for nothing.
What app?
But that's just for the first episode.
Yeah,
so
that's
don't
just
get excited.
right. It's just for the first episode, but if you just want to see the first episode, then you gonna push your DVR and make sure that you watch the next episode, which you should do anyway. Make sure you
I
get
didn't
on.
even know that.
Yeah, so go on wetv, the app, girl, or you can just go to the website and it's a free episode.
Come on, WeTV, for giving you options to get you, like a good old drug dealer, give you a taste. Just a taste. And then you gotta come back with that money though, because we ain't giving you shit else for free. Okay? You can also get Philo. I think that's how you see it. Where it has 60 channels for like $20 a month. Philo? Philo.
What's Philo?
Well, Philo.
I'm dead.
It's called Philo, spelled Philo. So I guess that's fair.
Amen, squirrel.
So it's got all channels. It's a Discovery Network and the History, BET, all that good stuff. So y'all can still watch it. But we gonna talk about what we thought about the first episode. Let me get my head together, girl. Ooh, let me shift her. We want her coming off.
So before, whenever we were taking and doing everything, and we like saw basic clips and different things that was circulating, I thought it was going to be in a different direction than what it actually truly was.
What direction did you think it was going into?
I thought it was going to be more on the first episode. You know how they set you up thinking that it was going to be a lot more drama than more heartfelt than what it was. I thought it was going to be like that crazy dramaness at first, because of how the different little teasers that we've gotten and we've seen or whatever. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it, and it was very heartfelt because the first when we get to that part, it was really good to me, and I really feel like the gentleman and when Madison and whoever the other executive producer is put their touch onto it, it made it very much relatable to all walks of life. I was very, 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 very like happy. Not only happy, but I was very appreciative that they took the time that they did that because they put that oomph on it, and it was nice.
I think that I like how they allowed us to get to know some of the characters. I think that we're going to see a lot more. Obviously, we're going to see a lot of T.S. Madison. It is her show. And her mom. You know, so I like how they broke down, took the opportunity to share a little bit about her and her mom and show for those who, you know how it is in the Black culture. And I'm going to say Black because that's what I recognize. The Black culture when it comes down to gay, trans, whatever. You don't have a whole,
I said, come on, recognizing.
Recognizing. We don't have a whole lot of, we don't see a whole lot of, you know, mother and father support in the Black family. We see a lot of condemnations most of the time. So I think it's real good to start that off, set the pace. But baby, I think there's going to be some drama. Oh, I definitely think there's going to be some drama. And I'm here to talk about it all. So I hope ain't no feelings gonna be hurt and all that other stuff. I'm gonna give it the assessment that I would give anything else.
Right.
Anything else.
So my initial thoughts is same with like the clips. I thought it was going in a different direction. I didn't think that it was like I felt like there was gonna be some heartfelt moments because Miss Mary's there and knowing what I do know about Miss Mary, she's gonna like kind of keep everybody together and talking with each other and stuff like that. So I expected that. But I didn't expect to see as much stuff as current as I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be more Queen Supreme Court stuff than they gave us, which I'm happy that they didn't give us as much because I wanted it to go quicker into what's happening now throughout and not like too much backward stuff because if you're like us and you've been watching Queen Supreme Court for the past year, you know most of the shows by now. So
I like how they gave us a timeline kind of when they started filming though. That was interesting to see. They started filming a lot sooner than, you know, we even anticipated, which is cute, which means there's a lot more to still yet to be seen. You know, they're capturing the pandemic and, you know, it seems like it's going to be in some additional episodes, things that we have thought, suspected, speculated on. Oh, there's going to be some clarity. I'm ready for the shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm ready for the shit. And I'm also ready for some folks to eat shit.
Right.
I am.
Well,
yes, because, you know, people the fact
they
that
already had to do it now. By now, with it just being there, all of the haters and the naysayers and the ones that's always done to wrap their nuts on her, they gotta eat it now.
Ooh. They wrap they what?
Nuts on her.
They nuts on her.
Yep.
See, that remind me of last night, because last night when Oliver, we don't get on to Oliver had a lot of references that were very sexual in nature.
He did.
When he said that mamas will cream your ass and her balls are, look, and bust your balls, and then he was like, get your tits off my back. I was like, damn, would you quit referencing her like that?
Right.
Bitch.
But that's how you again. One thing I do want to say, I do appreciate how they filmed it because it really shows their chemistry, like their natural chemistry between themselves on the show, especially like her and Chi-Chi, her and Oliver, and then how everybody else fits in. And I also like that we got to see more of Legra because we really don't see a lot of Legra, her business manager. But it was nice to see her have like a spotlight. As you should. I ain't mad at her. Girl, make your money.
I'm not mad either. Shit. So, starting out, you know how they was doing. They started out with the scene with her and Miss Mary sitting down and talking and having a heart to heart, and it showed the whole. No, I don't want to go there yet. I want to go to the part right after they began, and they were showing the Queen Supreme Court and the night that they were having some technical difficulties and how she pushed through that shit like a soldier that she is. Right? Never expected anything less. However,
Right.
Miss Sophia.
girl,
Miss Sophia had me
Miss
hollering.
Sophia. I hope we get to see more of her throughout the show.
I do
Because, baby,
too.
that chemistry is everything as well.
Mhm.
Right.
And then when Miss Sophia dropped her voice down,
Ooh, Jill came out.
I cackled.
Miss Mary said, who is that? What's going on?
She thought she was hearing shit. I was like,
She said,
girl.
what's going on? And then she said, Craig, come get the dose, sweetheart.
Right.
Hey, Shaquansha, but she still slid over there. She ain't dap or anything. She slid right on over there like she was still Miss Sophia.
It sure did.
She might have been sounding like Joe, but she would slide right on
Yes,
over
she
there like.
She
Right.
did and did.
And didn't feel no type of way about it. either.
None. I also like from what we're seeing from the confessionals that they kind of showed us in episode 1, people were being their authentic self.
Don't y'all
Yeah.
feel like Craig was a little catty though?
That's just Craig, Joe.
But when
Right.
is Craig not catty?
True. I'm just saying though.
No tea, no shade. Authentic.
That's
Especially when
just
they was
Craig,
riding
though.
in the car, when it was him and Allegra in the car. That right there, that was like,
No, that really is just Craig. Like, if you ever subscribe to Craig's Patreon, that really is how he is. Like, that's just his personality. He just says what he feels, and some people don't like it they don't like him for it. But hey, it's the truth. Well, not all the time, but you see what I'm saying.
okay.
Well, like I said, they were being their authentic selves, honey. And one thing that I can say about Craig that it seemed to have been both let's see, both.
Oh, hello.
Girl, theme song.
I know,
Ringtone.
right? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me answer this phone.
Yes,
What's that?
Uh-oh.
Here we go, Sharon. Here we go. Well, continuing on with the show. Shayla, what was your initial thoughts before you watched the episode?
Well, you know what, right now, I don't know, because I really don't. I don't know what to say, because I just feel like, although this is a big milestone for somebody to have their own reality show, I just feel like I'm watching them just like I watch them on YouTube. Like, I feel like this is just a bigger platform for them.
I don't know. I think we're going to see
that.
the first episode. I can see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
And I was a little concerned about it. But I think we're going to see a whole lot more that we don't see. And that's kind of what we tuned in to see. We're not really, I know I'm not really wanting to see what I would see on YouTube.
Yeah.
I want to see more in depth. I want to see more than that. I want to see everything. And from, if anyone watched the show and then was able to actually watch the live chat that they had afterwards, it seems very promising that we're going to see everything.
It does.
And not like, I want to see it all.
Especially with when Maddie was like about certain episodes, I was like, oh, so these episodes are gonna be the main ones we need to be focusing on. Damn.
Oh yeah, they dropped some nuggets, some teasers to make sure your ass is watching. So we gave you that first one for free.
Right.
Then we just learned the rest. You gonna have to tune
Make sure
in
that
and do what you gotta do.
I really feel like right now I can't judge the show off of the first episode. Like, I enjoyed seeing the heartfelt moment between Maddie and her mom. That's always a good thing to see. But I'm excited to see the rest of it, because I feel like it's so much more that's coming.
I do too.
Let me ask you
But what I want to do is like capture as we go through it, right? Because you know, we didn't know what to expect from the first episode. You know, we knew that it was going to have a story, and we knew that the story was going to link up with the Queen Supreme Court, because, you know, every time anyone would ask about it during her lives during the time, She really didn't give anything. And typically she'll let you know if she's working on something, if something is happening. So she was saving a lot of that meat and potato for the show. As she should, right? So I ain't judging it right now.
So then
that's
let
what
me.
we do.
So
It's
then
the
let me
first
ask y'all.
episode, but I can say it's got me ready to see more. It's one of those, y'all know I hate watching shit as it comes on because I gotta wait. I don't want to wait, but gotta wait.
So then let me ask y'all all this then. From what y'all initially seen from the teasers and the 15-minute trailer that we seen to what you actually seen last night, how has it formed a different opinion on what you think the direction that the show is going to be going into, or you need more episodes in order for you to get a more of an opinion based on that?
More episodes.
Yeah, I definitely want more episodes. What it did for me last night, at first, people will say, oh, we're not going to do all that going at each other and everything, but in life, that's what happens in real life. It's how you resolve those moments that makes the difference, but everybody go at each other. So, so when we were able to see that there are going to be moments where they're talking about that, and they're showing that, I was like, okay, good. If you going to give it to us authentically, because let's just be real. The shows that are out there that are competing season after season, it's not all about kumbaya. So it can't be kumbaya.
Absolutely.
It just can't.
Especially not on wetv, sure.
Absolutely.
It just, right. wetv, girl, got some drama on that shit. Like,
and then there's shows that aren't even on wetv, but we know shows that were on wetv for the drama.
Yep.
So
yep.
That's what
that started on other platforms.
Right.
On other networks. Yep. So I mean, we gonna see it. I'm still hoping that, well, obviously we see how they're talking now, that they were able to maneuver those differences, which I think are going to be teachable moments for a lot of people, because some people don't know how to grow together. But it's still going to be very interesting to watch them learn more about each other, and then also what we see, and then how we going to react to it.
Right.
I'm just saying it right now. I'm not, I talk to certain people. I'm not going to give anybody anything more than I would anybody else, honest opinion, because that's what it's about. When you put yourself in this space, it's about getting the feedback. You can do it respectfully, but I'm going to give it. I ain't going to lie. And it gave me enough to make me want to come back, and I'm coming back.
I would say I do want more episodes, like Shaquansha just said, but I do appreciate this because it was kind of like a palate cleanser.
Yes, it was.
And the reason why I say it was a palate cleanser is because, even if you watched their live reaction afterwards for the show, go back and make sure you guys check that out if you guys are interested. But how Oliver was talking about how we're not the accessory. The girls are not the accessory in this story. It's automatically an LGBT show. So nobody's an accessory. It's not, it's really in your face. It's nothing that they're trying to hide. It's not somebody trying to be like, oh, I'm this, but only here on this day, stuff like that. So it was all in your face. So I appreciated that. So that's why I think of it as a palate cleanser. Do you want more episodes? Because I'm not sure exactly where they could go. There's hints on where they could go, but again, need more episodes to figure it out.
A palate cleanser. And we get to see Mo.
Yes.
You know what?
I was waiting for somebody to say it. I was like, I'm not going to say it. I ain't going to say it, but
we gonna look on right now.
Right.
I'm through with y'all.
Touch and make whole.
Touch and deliver. So wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you the part that I laughed at last night. I ain't gonna lie. And Maddie, I apologize in advance, but you know your ass wasn't supposed to be in that goddamn chair.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Girl,
Your camera
now
blurry,
we both got
Shaquansha.
booties, girl. So we
Now,
know
see.
certain chairs we can't sit in.
Now, see, I can't now.
Shaquansha, your
however, I
camera's
did holler.
blurry.
However, when I did holler. Mandy, I love you, but I did holler when I saw you sitting in that chair because I already knew it was going to happen. I was like, if Mandy sit her behind in that chair, she ain't going to get up. I know she's
And
not
she
going to
already knew
get
that
up.
was the wrong kind of chair. All that ass, she already knew she wasn't supposed to be sitting
I'm
there.
like,
Wait a minute.
Ass, lips, and ass, hips, and thighs. She knows she wasn't supposed to be sitting in that little hotel.
I
at
said,
all.
girl.
But then
Wait a minute,
what I
where's this
really
damn
hollered
thing?
at was when she told Oliver to help her fix the chair. Why this child throw the chair against the tree?
Because there wasn't nothing else to do with it.
Did you say it wasn't nothing else to do with the chair?
You can't do nothing else with that chair.
Nothing.
I was like, nah, you fixing
That
it
chair
by
was
throwing
finished.
that
Oh,
tree,
you good
girl.
now? That chair was
Girl.
finished.
Let me tell you, the Savon done broke a mini chair. That booty, girl, you got it's the booty. Girl,
The booty.
I said, ooh, come
That
on.
booty.
That
I know.
tank, girl.
Last
Yep.
night, I could really relate to when Madison had stated to Miss Mary that she had to choose her over
Mm-hmm.
everyone else, and I can relate to that because it's so many times, and I've shared it with Shaquansha. Well, not with Shaquansha because me and Shaquansha really getting cool now, but
Oh.
me and Savon has had open conversations about this, that we, everybody to a certain extent has to come to a point that they choose themselves over what everybody else perception is of them. So I felt like that was very heartfelt, and I feel like I can agree with a lot of what's going on because me being Black and trans myself, it's very hard to maneuver that and to have a parent. And most people know that my mother is an apostle, and for her to show the love that she shows to me and not turn true enough, she gives me the scriptures and stuff like that too, especially when I don't want to hear it. She still give it to me, but she still shows that unconditional love. So I can agree, and it brought tears to my eyes when I seen that myself because it was so relatable, and a lot of people don't understand how relatable that is. So I mean, I just, like I said, I take my hat off to their editing department and everybody having that vision and sticking to that vision because to me they really did it.
I think it was
Yeah.
so many moments. Like it was so many, many moments in from the beginning to the end. It was like I couldn't wait, but I was also so proud to meet each and every one of you from that person. It was like I wouldn't know a lot of people had I not tuned in to the Queen Supreme Court. We wouldn't have went through quarantine and those things. But then it was just like I cried. I ain't gonna lie. I sat there. I was fortunate enough to watch it with Chi Chi and Chi Chi's watch party, but I cried. It was like wow.
Did y'all catch that slight brag?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
That
it
I
wasn't a
was
brag.
fortunate enough to
That wasn't a
watch it
that
with
wasn't
Chi at the watch party.
that wasn't a brag because if it wasn't for my Chi, I wouldn't be on set right now, honey. So that's my acting coach.
Oh yeah, I don't know if
Honey,
y'all know it or not. Y'all know Chi Chi did an episode of on HD Productions. He was an extra on there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
I must have missed it. Was it a recent episode?
No, it's about 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, then I
he
might
really
have seen it
is
then.
modest. He really is modest
Yeah,
about
because
what he does.
Chi don't really do that. Like that.
He's
He
really
doesn't.
modest
He
about
doesn't
it.
he doesn't like the grandstand, which is what I like.
No,
I like about
I
it.
think, but overall, I think the show will help a lot of people.
Oh
A lot of
yeah.
families understand LGBTQ dynamics and that the we're just real people. Um, I think it'll be interesting. I think the storylines will be interesting and pick up. I really hope they get a season two, and I hope that we tweet and support them as much as we can during show times and stuff like that. But I think it really gives us a good look at the dynamic of what a mother and a child goes through, because a lot of times a mother doesn't know what to do, what to say. There's no one to say my child and to get help. So I think Miss Mary's going to open that opportunity for a lot of mothers to understand where their child is coming from.
I agree with
And
it
I
on that.
also, one thing that Maddie said that resonated with me, even more so outside of the trans experience for her, right, is the fact that we often do not take the moment to do what is best for you. A lot of people forget that their parents did what was best for them. They made decisions and choices that was best for them. And that you have to take that moment to do what's best for you, to get to know you. And then when you feel like you're not being supported at that time in that space, to get the things that you need, to get where you need to go, then you look elsewhere.
Yeah,
You look
and
elsewhere.
it's
And
That's true
sorry.
because I can even talk from my own experience. Um, Me and my mom were close as hell before when I was younger, but as I got older and was trying to figure myself out, I ain't talked to her. I ain't talked about nothing. I was talking to my friends more than anything. Excuse the microwave in the background, girl. We eating over here, okay? Um, um, So it's been interesting. I love like y'all were saying about Miss Mary being a learning experience. You even see how a lot of people were really responding to Miss Mary on Twitter last night when it was the live tweets. If you were paying attention on Twitter, how her name was trending and she was trying to be all modest like Miss Mary always is, and not acting like she's not the star, not a star
girl, because she
herself.
is that woman, honey. Okay, let's be
Right.
very real about it.
Miss Mary
Madison
knows
gets
she's a
it from
star.
somewhere.
Right.
And then let's be clear too, for her to be a trans woman, to have her own show, to trend at top 10 on
Right.
on every major billboard or whatever it is that they take in the synopsis or whatever it is that they do, for her to be number 10 on that slot,
That
that's
part,
guaranteed gold.
it is. It is. And
So
so,
that's guaranteed season 2.
it needs to be. I hope they know what they got. I'm ready to see more. Like, I don't want to say too much right now because I really want to watch it unfold, authentically. I want to see the learning moments, the aha moments. I want to see the moments of growth. Hell, that shit we gonna learn about it all. Not even just from their experiences, but just about reality, period.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I'm here for it. I'm excited. I was excited to see it. I watched it like 3 times. I ain't even gonna lie. I watched it 3 times, honey. One thing that I can also appreciate that I don't know if a lot of people were able to understand, that each and every one of them. Oh, hey.
Hello.
My lips is big. Yes,
We
gang,
can't hear
gang.
you.
Gang. So like, it's so silly. So like the fact that they are promoting themselves as well. That's how you grow together.
Right.
That's how you glow up together, knowing your worth. You can say what you want to say about Craig, honey, but Craig is making sure that he elevates his worth and his skills to be able to do what? Make sure other people see it as well and network. And that's exactly what you're supposed to do. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. And every time, if you don't advocate and plug for yourself constantly, how you expect anybody else to understand what your value is? You have to put it in their face.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in their face.
And he do it, yes. He throws everything in your face, and I'm like, I'm here for it, girl. I need to start throwing wigs in people's faces and shit. I need to start doing some stuff. I need to be more, my mouth is already in your face, but see, I don't do lips. But I need to throw more other things in people's faces, girl. That's what you need to do. That's how you get recognized. Oliver does it, baby. Maddie does it, baby. Chi gonna do it too. We gonna be pushing. Get your ass out there. Throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Get it out there. All of that.
Let's see. Now, are we going to break? Are we going now? When we
Where you want to go?
Do you want to break down it by scene, or
where you want to start?
Well, I want to go back to the whole Allegra Craig situation.
When they were in the car talking and how they both have great ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how, and if you look at it, both of them were, even though they had two different views, I feel like they were still centrally working towards the best interest of Maddie and the brand.
Right. So I feel like they were, like you said, they had different opinions, but it was still pretty much the same. They were still in the same wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I understood Allegra in a sense more, because Allegra was like, I understand that we had to think about the future as well, but we need to think about what's happening now as well in the forefront.
You have to have enough balance to be able to give someone what they want and need.
Right.
At the same time, you have to find a way to do it. And they work with her closely, so they know, just like Craig said, if they do it and it fails, they gonna get blamed. Right. But if you don't do it, you're gonna get blamed. So you just gotta do what you gotta do. It's par for the course. But if it's something that she wants, one thing that I don't know her personally, but my stomach and my gut tell me, if it's something that she wants, she's going to get it. So if you might as well work towards that end to get where they need to be, because she's not gonna let up.
Right. And I do feel like I feel the same way, but I also feel like that when you're putting something out there, don't always look for the negative of it. Take a look for the positive too, And I feel like it was a back and forth between the two of them. Like it was positive and it was also negative. You know what I'm saying? On some of the way that it was laid out there. And I do realize, all of us have our own way of being candid and being real with people. And if you're having a real discussion with opposing sides, you're gonna quite naturally get the positive and the negative of it, But instead of looking for something that's a permanent, why don't you look for something that maybe, just from what we were gathering, from what they showed us, instead of looking for something like a permanent thing, why don't they look for something that's maybe a 6 months contract and see how it goes? Like kind of sort of like how Legger was saying, let's look at something that's short term now, and then maybe, you signed a big contract and you're allotted that, couple years or whatever like that. That's what I was taking.
And who knows? It could be where there's a residency, right? So where there's certain moments where they are there and then they're still touring. Because Craig alluded to the fact that, hey, they made a lot of money. So I know you're not going to leave the money. You going to go where the money resides. Okay.
Where the money resides. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
However, I can understand wanting to build a brand to where it is an attraction. I can see both sides. Either can work. And I think you try both and see which ones work, right?
Right.
Because Tyler Perry, he traveled and did all that before he settled in one lane, but that's how you get people interested in knowing who you are. So I understood when Craig had a concern around if we keep it local, then will it lose its value versus, touring around and people really, I was kind of with both, but more so with Craig. Right. I'm like, keep touring, keep creating that interest. The more you build it, the more I feel a residency will come. And it may not necessarily be in Atlanta. It may be somewhat bigger and better.
Right. But I also feel like I get what you're saying though, but I also do feel like though too that with a lot of the touring and stuff that goes on, like because we don't know the full conversation, we only got a snippet of the conversation. If they were sitting and they were taking in count that Miss Mary does travel with them all the time too now, maybe they were taking in accountability of the wear and tear on her body, because of the underlying health issues and stuff that she has. So like I said, I've seen both sides of it, but that's what I was saying. I would look for, in my retrospect, in my eyes looking at it, do what she's asking, but I would be like, okay, so are we going to do maybe a 3-month trial run, or maybe we're going to do a 6-month trial run and see how it played out against us being on the road, and then go from there, not get locked into like a year contract or a 2-year contract. And then you got to come up with that money regardless. That's what I was looking at with it.
I'm sure we'll find out. Hopefully they'll talk about if it was 3 months on, 3 months off. You know what I'm saying? 3 months, at residency, and then they're traveling different places. For people who can't necessarily come there, you're still growing your audience. You're still growing, the interest of everybody. You're still able to capture that extra money. I see both sides of it, and it's interesting to see how it may unfold further. So that's one of those. I feel like they gave us enough in the episode, the first episode, to first say, no, it ain't what you thought.
Right.
2 is so much more. And 3, you gotta wait and see.
Right. And then it also kind of gave you kind of a framework of what each person is like. Automatically as well. So you can already tell it has distinct personalities. So it's not like anybody's showing you one side right now and it's going to necessarily change. Well, again, it's the first episode, so we don't know how it will change or if it will fluctuate or whatever will happen. But again, like distinct personalities from the beginning. So that hooks you in right there.
I'm hoping that it changes. I hope that it shows a range, because I am concerned about different people being blocked in. I want them to show all of the traits of all, not just one thing. Right. So I'm concerned about that. So I'm curious to see how that unfolds.
Right. I agree.
Very curious to see how that.
Well, I mean, if y'all got the time, go on over there to Craig's Patreon. He's spilling all of it, y'all.
I want to see it authentically happen, though. I don't want the Cliff Note version.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree.
Even though I don't think his is the Cliff Note version, because he's gonna give us what they probably not showing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I want to kind of see it and then be like or have some uncut scenes. I want them to lay it out. I want to see it all right now, but I also don't want to ruin it for myself either, which is so weird because I'm impatient as fuck.
Shaquansha, I didn't know that you was impatient. That was more of a
Oh, I'm very impatient. That's why she gets on my nerves.
Oh, my God, today.
Well, when you say it like that, girl.
Yeah, we both impatient. That's the problem. I'm just right and she's wrong. That's all.
Oh, well.
In that order.
Yeah. Also, can we go? And then I want to pop into, besides Maddie breaking the damn chair because she knows she wasn't supposed to be sitting in that chair in the first place. But
I'm done with the chair, girl.
How Maddie was looking over the edited, how Oliver edited it, and he was looking at her like, girl, can you give me a break? Like, geez, like I just finished this. It ain't even done yet. But I understand that because, again, as a creative, you always are like, how's this looking right now? If it changes, if I don't like it, I'm gonna say it, blah blah blah. Because Maddie
And
is
then you
Maddie,
also want to make sure they're not working on their own shit when they should be working on yours.
Right.
You know, you when you in a creative space with a lot of creatives, you gotta,
talk about it.
keep everybody in line. Be like, girl, this
Keep
is what we're supposed
everybody
to be doing right
on
now.
task.
Yeah.
Amen.
I mean, because she dropped some nuggets on some folks. She was like, Craig is working on his page at a staff meeting.
Right.
Period.
And I hollered at that. I was
Girl,
like, not
I
at the
said,
staff
ooh.
meeting.
I
I
said,
like,
ooh.
not at the staff meeting.
But to piggyback off of what you and Zylant both were saying, I do feel like that this was a good introduction
Very
to
good.
how it's going to be setting up for the rest of the season. Now it's just seeing now the anticipation of what's to come next, and it gave you just enough to give you like that cliffhanger to be like, well, damn, what happened? You know what I'm saying? So it gives you just that enough that you're like, okay, I'm invested now, so I want to see what's going on. It's not that how some shows they start off and you're like, I don't even want to be bothered with this, but then you get them ones that just like, what's the word, tiptoe through your imagination, and this is something that just really caught you. It's just like it intrigued you and it drawed you in at the beginning. So I said, I take my hat and head off to all of the
I take
production
my
and
wig off
everybody.
to it too, girl.
You
I
know.
do. Let
They
me
did it for
tell
me.
you what I also like about it. I like the fact that it's so fucking interesting that even those who don't really care for you, whose nosy as fuck is gonna watch. I'm
Right.
here for it.
Right.
Because they nosy. They want to see. Some of the people hate because they want to be so involved and so in on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, that's where majority of the views come from, is the people that so-called hate you.
Of course. Yeah.
I agree with you, Bambi.
Always.
Hey, Kim. You know what? I know some people might feel that way, but I don't think so. I think that you have to know, when you bring something to the table that's just as important as what others bring to the table, you don't allow them to limit your ability or play you short, play you little. I don't think that he's wrong for doing it at all. At all. I don't. And if it's a situation where, you work for someone that's a certain, I just agree. I think that, if it's a collaboration, it's a collaboration. Don't make it seem like it's all these other things unless the compensation match that energy. I don't have a problem with that. And the only reason why I feel that way is because some of the jobs that I've been involved in, I'm like, no, baby, you don't pay me enough to do all that. This is what I do, and this is what I am. If you want me to be that, I'm going to need that compensation for that. Because that nullifies everything that I'm doing. I ain't mad about it.
Don't nullify.
I ain't mad about it at all. It's business.
Well, automatically, I feel like they're going to make Craig the villain of the show. I can already see that.
I don't think they're going to have much. They don't have to try hard.
Oh.
That was no tea, no shade. Sometimes people make it easy for them. And I think he's used to it. So I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, because I think because Craig usually says, well, what Shayla said before, he says what he feels, and that's what he feels, and you really ain't going to change it. So I feel like he's used to that by now, especially dealing with the Maddie Mob girl.
But I think so, to Bambi's point, there's been discussions about how, they've collaborated, and she's stated, so if you truly follow Maddie, and you truly follow her work, they've already had that discussion around how it's benefited each other. They both taught each other valuable things. And I think that's where he's coming from. Yes, he showed her a lot of things, and she also showed him a lot of things in lieu of how to monetize shit that he already doing. You know what I'm saying? Like she helped bring, well, you doing this, now let me show you how to make money off of it. And he
Oh
brought
Lord, here
Here we
comes
go.
Shady.
Here you go.
from what we could see, he also brought, okay, great, now let me show you how to do this in this space. Boom, and we can make money off that too. So I believe that it was the reason why they meshed so well, and I believe that they respect each other so much is because of the fact they know what each other brings.
I can agree with that.
I also feel like it's a balancing act. When it
I'm
comes to
sure.
that, it's a balancing act because I we've all been. I feel like we've all been in situations where we had to work with somebody and we've had to establish like some boundaries, like which where we're not gonna cross this, but we can come to an
Tiptoe
agreement.
around.
We can yeah, like we can come to agreement around this area, but this is like a hard pass. Like don't go past this point, and we'll be good. So I feel like they know at least by now where to go with each other. So
Craig
like they
does.
might so they might joke so they'll joke around with each other.
And
Well,
I feel also, I don't, and this is just me speaking off of just experiences. I don't know anything about their experience, but sometimes when you've always been the HNIC
Right.
and you've had people around you that have benefited off of you more so than you benefiting off of each other or vice versa, there's a mindset that you're already in, period.
Right.
That sometimes when someone else comes to the table who can benefit, contribute to you, invest in you, y'all can invest in each other, you have to kind of force, hold on now. I'm not one of those. So you're not gonna treat me like that. Not saying that she is, I'm just saying that sometimes, to your point, Zion, you have to make it be known that this is benefiting both of us. So there is no greater than, less than.
Right.
We're both collaborating. We're both benefiting off
I
of
feel
it.
what you're saying, Shaquansha, but at the same time, T.S. Madison is a talented name. Like I said in the comments, I was like, yes, I think, what's somebody name? Craig, I think his resume is bigger than the position that he's filling now. So he feels like, in which he probably should be making more money. But at the same time, like I said, you accepted the pay. You were here to do a job. You still work for her. No matter what you bring in, the job that you're doing is still what anyone would be doing in that position. Basically, he's a showrunner. He's doing the same thing. T.S. Madison is the Wendy Williams of the show. He's the Suzanne. So
Maybe,
you came in to do that position
maybe,
and Suzanne. No, but what I'm
maybe not.
saying is he's coming in doing and he's elevating her as much as she's elevating him because nobody knew who Miss Craig the Writer Stewart was before he got on this show. She elevated his YouTube, she elevated his Instagram, Facebook, and everything else. So what she's not paying
Agree.
him in money, she's paying for with her celebrity. She's elevated him as much as she's brought to her show and turned it around, helped her turn her show around to do bigger and better. She's also elevated him. She sold books and everything else for him. And having, like she say all the time, Craig charged me for everything and I don't charge him a motherfucking thing. So therefore, she's repaid him. And the way that I feel like he disrespects her every time he say, oh, I don't work for his collaborative effort. No, bitch, you accepted the pay. If you felt like that, you could go to Boosie and whoever else that you wanted to work for. Miss Brandy didn't give you the opportunity.
Here's the thing.
The
I
song
feel
that you
there's
wrote for
such.
Brandy didn't get booked.
Do you hear the firmness in Bambi's voice about this? He's passionate.
No,
very upset.
I agree with what you're saying, but
because that's disrespectful. Even though Maddie don't really check him on in front of everybody like she should.
But see, I don't think Maddie is somebody that will let anybody talk to her in that space to be checked.
She probably doesn't.
If she felt like, I feel like if she felt, and this is because she knows their relationship and their situation better than anybody. If she felt that was the case, I feel within my
Well,
the
if that was
most
the case,
minute particle that she would check
then all of
that.
them don't work for them because Oliver should be making more than Craig, to be honest. If they felt that
Wait,
way,
what?
I don't know none of
Oliver should be
that.
making more than Craig. Oliver is the crew, the film, and the editor. Baby, there's at least 4 or 5 different chicks.
But listen, I'm sure each has their own fee, and it's been agreed upon. So
Right.
As much as
I
she
don't think
elevated
there's no
Craig,
lack in there.
she elevated Oliver Twist. She elevated Miss Mary. She
But
elevated Mo.
I don't.
She
But I don't
elevated
think. But wait. But see,
Miss
wait.
Sophia.
The
Even though Miss
conversation
Miss
Sophia is her
isn't.
Sophia
own
was
brand.
already
But
big.
wait.
Even though, and I'm not knocking Miss Sophia, but even though Miss Sophia has been around for years, a lot of people didn't know who Miss Sophia was. She was like Lay on Me in the Underground, the ballroom. A lot of the girls didn't know who Miss Sophia was.
Okay, but no one's doubting or questioning Madison's star power. I don't think that's what's being discussed.
I'm
We
not saying
understand,
that. No, I'm
and we
more so
understand
speaking on the
that
disrespect.
every person has benefited off of her and vice versa. Let's just be real. You know, the two key people that I can say that's been involved from what I've witnessed, and this is just from me watching throughout the years. No one can argue the fact that Craig and Oliver has brought, as well as Mo, has brought a certain quality to the show that wasn't there before. We can't argue that, and we can't take that away from them
At all.
at all. So I don't think that it's a situation of, you know, better than or because if that's the case, anybody who has worked with top names and who has helped top names become top names, there's people behind the scenes that make
But that's
household
their
names.
job.
It might be their job, but without that job and that person there, some things, not everything, some things would not have been attainable. So you've got to respect that position. Now,
I'm not disrespecting the position. What I'm saying is Craig is disrespecting what T.S. Madison has made for him. So when you go and say that you don't work for her, it's a collaborative effort. Duh, bitch. Any corporation is a collaborative effort.
I think that's just the way that you can receive it the way that you want to receive it. I don't feel if she really felt that way that things would be the way they are. I don't think that she feels.
If y'all remember a while ago, Maddie and Craig had actually fell out one time, and this was the argument of it. So right now, I mean, Bambi, you feel how you feel. But at the same time, if Madison felt like Craig was there for different reasons or just to use her to elevate, she would definitely know. But
I'm not saying he's not doing his job in his position, but Craig has a certain air about him. He has a certain je ne sais quoi.
Just say you don't like him, girl.
No, and it's not that I don't like Craig. I do like Craig. I don't like that lasagna he made. But aside from that, I don't have an issue with Craig.
And you let this man live from his lasagna. Damn.
Please, can we move on from the lasagna?
I've always thought Craig was very handsome. I've always thought Craig was a very handsome man, girl. You know, I've always followed him. And, you know, some things I agree with him about, some things I don't agree with him about just because girl, we ain't gonna get into that. But it's just when I feel like I haven't seen the show. I'm not even speaking on the show. I'm speaking on him in general.
Then why the hell you ain't talking about nothing else?
Getting all of this from?
No, girl.
You haven't watched the show.
Because I saw the clip. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about what I specifically.
He watched what he can see off of YouTube.
Oh, girl, that's okay because I'll be watching it tomorrow. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, I was speaking on a specific thing with Craig saying that he doesn't feel like, I wasn't even speaking on the show. All I said was I don't like how Craig claims that he doesn't work for T.S. Madison and all of the things. I ain't said nothing else about the show. I'm not gonna comment about nothing that I haven't seen. I saw him sitting up there working on his YouTube channel. I saw that little clip uh, when they was talking about it. I watched the after show they did when T.S. Madison brought that up when he was working on his YouTube channel at the meeting or whatever. But
All right. So we can move on from Craig so that people don't think this is a Craig hating or anything like that, honey. Because
I'm not hating on Craig. I felt how I felt.
So moving away
How
from
you gonna have a
Craigalicious.
position?
Okay,
Girl, she's not licious, honey.
Moving on from Craigalicious.
Girl, what I miss, girl?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Girl,
Yeah.
you just missed Cousin Faith give a soliloquy on why she don't like Craig.
pretty much.
No. Oh no, there's. I mean, if I wanted to go there, I'm sure there's some
We
things
don't
I
want to
can
go
muffle
there.
up.
We'll save that for
Right.
another show. Yes, thank you.
Right.
Now,
But
Because there's a few people on the cast that I could say things about,
would
girl, but
you
I wasn't
just
going
stop
there.
it?
I came in to speak about something that I was talking about at the comments. Girl.
But that was on the show, though, right?
it was, but it was on the clip that he saw from the show. He'll be able
No,
to give us
I'm
more
speaking about
after he
in
watches
general.
tomorrow.
I'm speaking about something in general topic of what I said. I didn't speak about anything else about the show or anything like that because he stated that multiple times.
So the T.S. Madison Experience episode 1. I tell you what, I think we're gonna find out. We're gonna come back to that, Cousin Faith, because I think as the
No, we don't,
episodes
because I'm done
go
talking
through,
about it.
I think we gon' girl, not too much, girl. Not too much tonight, girl.
I
You
didn't
ain't
give
done
you too
talking
much
about it,
either.
because
I
as
gave
soon as
you
we
enough.
talk about something else, girl, you gonna say something else about it, girl. You ain't done.
Girl, I'm done for tonight.
Okay, well then say that, because that sounds right, girl,
Right.
tonight.
Because apparently they
think
bring it
what
up
we
in
see more,
episode 3 and 4.
I think, the episode 3 and 4 may have nothing to do with him, but I tell you what, I
Right.
think there's gonna be a lot more we gonna find out through the season
That's when the
about
drama
everybody.
starts.
Honey, I'm ready for it. Anything else that you guys want to do a highlight over? I know.
I think we pretty much
No.
did a good job because those
I'm
are pretty
fixing to
much
go
the
wash
main.
my ass and my hair. Y'all have a good evening.
Good night,
Yeah.
honey.
Bye.
Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Good morning. I think we did a pretty good job of because there wasn't too much going specifically going on. Well, I guess we could talk about the whole Tiffany thing and like the whole her feeling like
Well,
it was
since you want to bring it up, I really wanted to talk about
Uh-oh.
whenever they were talking about the 19, how detrimental it was with the 19, and how it really hit home to a lot of people when they started talking about it. I just really feel like that was something that when they touched it, it was really like something hit home with that
real.
because a lot of people didn't take it serious
Right.
until they
know.
really started shutting people down
Yeah.
and they really stopped this, and then they were showing when they started talking about the elderly people that were or
Yeah.
people that had underlying issues and stuff that they were
Mhm.
dropping dead from it.
And they dropped
So-
clues to the next episode where they're going to
Yep.
talk about how it impacted Maddie and how it hit really close to home, which is not something that, if you followed Maddie throughout her experience, it's not something that really surprises you because a lot of us kind of felt like something like that had happened. It's so much was going on in the world. And if you know Madison, even through just internet, you know the people that matters to her.
Right.
There's no
She-
question
and she-
about that.
Right, and she can hide it as much as she possibly can, but you'll see it if you pay attention long.
You can.
Yeah, and
You
then
can tell.
like I can even see whenever she was talking about how with Chi Chi, and she was telling Chi Chi, that was coming from that motherly side of her. It's like, girl, you got to sit your behind down somewhere. You can't be out there. I know you want to go do XYZ, but you got to sit down somewhere because this is something serious. So I can appreciate all of that because it shows that that in the gay lifestyle that people is just not out there trying to trick with folks and steal this and do all this kind of stuff and being stunt queens, that it's actually a family dynamic. So
And
Right.
I'm
that's what I like
appreciative of
about
it.
the show. It's
Mhm.
definitely going to break stereotypes.
Stereotypes. Mhm.
It's going to kill them. Now, some people will hold on to them because they just hate us. They just want to hold on to some shit because they ain't got shit else to do in their life. You know what I'm saying? They just need that to feel superior to other people. They need to
Right.
feel like you are less than them. You can be sitting right there. Well, apparently we see that she has a beautiful home. She's not wanting. You know what I'm saying? And there's people
Right.
out there who are wanting and needing and in pretty much a breath distance from being homeless and will find 1,001 things to make it seem like they're better than she is.
Right.
Right.
Those people you'll never be able to change because they're so stuck on being ignorant as fuck. That's what I
Right.
say. Ignorantasfuck.com. So I'm ready to see the rest of it.
Yeah, I am too. That's pretty much all my thoughts. I enjoyed
Those
it.
are my
I,
thoughts.
You know how when you get in a car, the car warms up, and then you sitting up there trying to wait for the air conditioner to get going, then the air conditioner get going, and then you like, I'm ready to drive. That's how I am right now. I'm like, okay, the air conditioner done warmed up, girl. Come on, let's get going.
I
mhm.
know, and then I gotta
Mhm.
wait. And T.S. Madison, let me just tell you something. I don't watch shows that are not already either done with the season or in syndication because I'm greedy and I like to see all my shit at one time. I am tuned in. Me and Savon old ass watching it week by
Thank you,
week
girl.
by
Why
week
she gotta be old?
by week. And you know that's what she got for the next 3 to 4 weeks. She's gonna be laid up anyway, recovering. So I'll be right here in her face, making her eat it. I'm gonna get on her last damn nerve. Cause what she
Ooh.
gonna do? She needs me right now. So we're gonna be
Ooh,
there
that's
watching.
a vindictive attitude, girl.
Right.
It was. It's all out of love. I'm channeling Craig.
Oh,
So
Oh Lord.
we're going
Girl,
to
no.
continue to watch the show. We're going to
yeah.
continue to. I'm ready for it. So I just want you to know how important that is to us. And I'm going to give you content. My honest opinion. Forgive me in advance. Anything else from anyone else? No. Well, hold on, people. Give us 1 second. Everyone knows where to find everyone. Finish your food. Let me close out the show. 1 second, everyone. So thank you guys for joining the Shaquansha. Girl, that was no shade, Kim. That was truth. That's the difference between shade and truth. But listen, thank y'all for joining the Shaquansha. I can't say takeover, girl. Shaquansha reviews the T.S. Madison experience. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. Go watch it. Go watch it. Don't be on here talking about shit that you saw just from clips from YouTube and Instagram. Watch the show. And then make sure that you guys check out the live show. They're gonna have live shows after the show airs where they're gonna break down the actual episode and talk to us about it. Tune in for that. Cause girl, it's everything. And yes, Kim. And so yeah, good night. Good night, and thank you so much for joining.